Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 21st Annual Garden State Film Festival located in beautiful, sunny Asbury Park. My name is Ming Chen. I'm at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge live, and I'm here with...
CJ Cullen.
And I have an amazing, inspirational creator, filmmaker. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Yiqing Zhao, and I am the writer, director, actor, producer of Made in Heaven.
Wow, you've done it all.
So everything. You wear all the hats.
I wore all the hats, but not all at once.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you wear them all at once, weird things tend to happen.
I know. That's scary.
And Made in Heaven is the name of your film. Also, you're local. You're from...
I live in Jersey City.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm local.
Okay. So this is a home. What's it they call
homegrown?
The homegrown.
The homegrown. Yes, it's a homegrown short.
Did you film in Jersey City too?
I filmed it in Jersey City and Newark.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like filming in Jersey City and Newark?
Yeah.
I think, as an independent filmmaker, you actually do want to get local support.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I got like this location from this coffee shop that I go to all the time.
So much good coffee shops in Jersey City.
Exactly. So and there's a pizza, there's the bakery.
Yep.
You just go to them and tell them that I am a longtime customer, which is true.
Yes.
And you tell them about this cool thing that you're doing, and you ask for support.
Right.
Sometimes it's a no, sometimes it's a yes.
And they get the free. They say, yeah, we'll let you do it, right? Free or some money or...
Some of them are free, like they're donated food.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
The location, it's like, So, I mean, it was a great experience just by building that community of people, of local people and with local merchants.
Right. It's cool to know you have support as well.
But you have to be intentional with building that support. Yeah.
Yeah. But any filmmakers out there, become regulars at your local coffee shops, at your restaurants, because if you may need a location one day, and they'll remember that you're a great customer. You probably spent thousands of dollars there, and they're independent as well for the most part.
Exactly.
They want to help you out. They know what it was like.
So as a filmmaker, do you go to just a regular place and be like, I could film here?
Yeah, you ever do that?
You ever think that? I do that all the time. I'm like, I got to come back here and film. I always see something and
I do that, but not. I think I really have to be inspired by a location.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But my approach to filmmaking is really because I am also an actor. I started as an actor.
Okay.
So I always write parts for the people I know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we figure something out. There are trickier locations like coffee shops.
Sure.
You have to.
Yeah.
Small.
Exactly. But if
Yeah.
it's like an apartment, then
Right.
you just go ask for your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about Made in Heaven?
Absolutely. So Made in Heaven is about this closeted lesbian girl. She finds her mother wants to reconnect with an old boyfriend.
Okay.
And she sends her girlfriend to be her mom's assistant.
Okay.
wow.
And then eventually all the secrets have
Okay,
to...
like a mole. Okay, she's on the inside.
Yeah, but I am actually developing a feature.
Amazing.
With this, so the feature is like an expansion, but
Right.
this is the premise.
Yes.
Did you have that in mind when you did the short? This is going to be a feature.
Or did you script it as a feature?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm
And
going to
then
shoot the
cut it,
short
yeah.
right now. Easier on the budget and time wise.
Actually, no.
Okay.
I think it's really just like my creative process is I started writing the short, and I was like, you know what, this is not enough for me to tell this whole story because I
Right.
got more ideas, and then
Yeah.
by the end of after I made the short, I'm like, I know it's going to be turned into a feature.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned to write a feature.
Yeah.
Is I knew it has to be in a feature, but I don't know exactly how to do that, so I
Right.
had to learn how to do
Yeah.
that. That's just how I do everything.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So the feature's scripted out.
The feature is scripted out. It's almost in production.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Production
Wow.
draft. It got into a lab for women filmmakers called
Okay.
From Script to Pre-Production. So I'm developing, I'm doing the budget, I'm doing
Right.
the
Everything.
lookbook,
Okay.
everything with the lab, and within the next 3 months, I should be ready to go out for funding.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Wish me luck.
How'd you
Oh,
learn
yeah,
all
no,
this?
great-
Did
great
you
luck.
do it in college, or did you do
Yeah,
acting in
or
college and
go to
just
film
learn
school,
as you
or-
went?
I am a self-taught filmmaker.
Wow, yeah.
I took acting classes. I went to acting conservatory, but my education background was I studied medicine in China, and then I came here for public health, and then I realized that was just not for me. So I made like this 180-degree turn.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
And I got to ask, I got Asian parents as well. What did they think when you decided to shift from medicine, which is typically a stable, highly regarded profession? It's like, oh, I want to be a filmmaker now. I want to be a creative. My parents still don't know what I do. And like, I was on TV for 7
You had them
seasons.
podcast with you, and they still don't know.
Yeah, I podcasted with my parents. They still don't know what I do. They can't grasp it. But I have to ask the question though. So what did your parents think?
That's a great question.
Your family?
I think what kind of sort of emboldened me in a way is that I'm an only child.
Okay.
And I felt as long as I did not go to jail, my parents could probably not disown me, So they did not disown me, but my dad was very upset for a long time.
Sure.
So upset that every time my other extended family mentioned my name, it was a sore subject for him, and he would just, let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has he turned around at all?
He's fine now.
Okay.
He's like,
did you show him the result?
I showed him the results. I said, Dad, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to do it, and then you just watch, and then you will know.
Right.
And then I think it's just a matter of time because of their upbringing, and they have this fixed mindset of how...
Very fixed mindset of how life should go and what they want for their children.
And they don't want any sort of like marginal error of whatever that is. But I think he's so much better now because of my influence. Yeah. And I consider that, I think my influence on my parents is also something I'm proud of because now they know there are so many different ways to live your life and live a fulfilling life.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, life is short. Have fun, be happy.
Exactly.
Don't go to jail. Many other things. So, and have they seen Made in Heaven?
They have.
Okay, what they think?
They were saying that, oh, you have like great actors, and said they don't speak English, so they don't know, and I don't have Chinese subtitles unfortunately. So basically I'm like explaining things to them.
Okay, yeah.
But they're like, oh, the picture looks great, oh, your actors are really good, and said, at least you know something.
Okay, it's like, wow, this is really good, this is really well shot.
Yeah. So they know something, but they just cannot grasp the story because they don't speak the language.
Yeah. What inspired Made in Heaven? What inspired you to do this story?
I think, yes, it is an LGBTQ story.
Sure.
But it's not about coming out itself.
Right.
Because I don't want to make it about coming out. It's about the fear of, being yourself. Because when you are yourself and you are unapologetically standing up for yourself, it is scary when you have this traditional family and this tight-knit culture. People are going to point fingers at you.
I've had a lot of fingers pointed at me.
Exactly.
I learned to ignore all of them at this point. But
exactly.
But it still isn't easy.
It's not.
Not easy,
Yeah. So I think this is my heroine's journey of... And especially, the closer you are to that person, the more scary that is.
Sure.
That's why people can confide in strangers. It's so easy. And when you talk to your family, it's like, no, that's not going to happen. You know?
What would you say were your major influences on Made in Heaven? Were there other films that you're like, maybe influences?
I often compare it to Saving Face. Alice Wu did it in 2004. That's a little old, but it's similar. Always Be My Maybe, that is Ali Wong, but that's closer to my feature, not the short. Happiest Season.
Yeah.
It's also a great one.
Okay.
Although there's really no Asian characters, but story-wise.
Storyline, yeah. For sure. And how long did it take you to script out the short?
So this is a interesting.
And when did you start it? Did you start it recently, or as a long-going project?
It was done in It was shot in February 2022, so last year.
Okay,
it's pretty new, relatively new, and I think so. It was shot in a weekend in February, so late February.
Yeah. Are you still acting on other projects and other people's productions, or are you kind of concentrating on this?
On your own?
From writing the script to finalizing to actually making it was like about 6 weeks.
6 weeks, okay.
I just decided, for the 6 weeks, I'm going to focus on this. And the funny story about this is I was very determined to make it with an all-women crew.
Yes.
It's an all-women cast, an all-women crew.
Wow.
So it was not easy to put together.
Right.
I got about 5 to 6 times more submissions from men than from women.
Sure,
Really?
Sure.
So I said, I appreciate you reaching out to me, but it's my mission to empower women to be in this industry.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
cool.
took me a while to, you know.
That's cool. I mean, that's definitely challenging, but you did it.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, not impossible though.
No, there's DPs that are women that are really talented and amazing. Directors. I knew a girl that's a great electrician on set. Like so. It's just
you just
easy.
really have to trust people, and I found that my team. I could not expect better performance from my team. They performed like they knew each other for ages.
Right.
My gaffer and my DP, that was the first time meeting on set.
Right.
Really?
Oh, wow, okay.
But they would just give each other a nod.
They worked well together?
Exactly.
Okay, you got this? Okay, we're good. All right, let's go.
Exactly. So I'm like, wow, I really appreciate this, and, and it's just... It was such a positive experience.
That's
I could
awesome.
not be more proud of them.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that. And you said the shooting schedule over a weekend. Is it 2 days, 3 days?
It was actually 3 days, but you know what? I was like, because I learned everything from doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to learn.
Yes.
When in post, I was like, oh, you know what? It was overshot. It was overwritten. Actually, there were some things that could, it was just a little confusing. It was little fluffy things. I should have just taken them out, and that would really probably cut me a day.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but you didn't know.
You don't know ahead of time. You only know when you're watching it and editing it.
But
it's always good to have more before when you edit.
Exactly.
I think everybody we talked to was like, oh, we planned for 2 days. We're glad we took 3, though. So just...
I was, it was on time, on budget. I think we were...
That's
$30 over budget, but that's...
That's not too bad. A couple cups of coffee. So when you're editing it, though, if you had like a real scene that you really wanted to keep, you're like, oh, I have to cut it, but you really want to keep it in. Did you ever feel like that in that process?
Oh, the struggle, yeah.
Like I really should have kept that in, or I wanted it so bad, but it has to go. It doesn't fit. It doesn't work.
There were a few very cute scenes, very cute acting-wise, picture-wise, but they don't contribute to the story.
Yeah.
And they were counterproductive to where the story is going. And I sometimes, and that's why it's very important to have a support system and extra pairs of eyes to be honest with you.
It's like, hey, this doesn't advance the story.
Exactly,
though. Like,
because I was so deep in the weeds of everything I can't see. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. But do you want cute or do you want a good story?
Right. Right. So you're screening today, 2:45
soon
at the ASBURY Lanes, which we've been saying probably our favorite venue, the Lanes. You were over there on Friday night,
yes,
and it's a pretty cool venue.
Yeah.
We were like, wow, potentially you could bowl and watch your film at the same time. Although
have some food,
the lanes
drinks.
are covered up, but the bar is there as well.
Yeah.
So.
You don't want to hear bowling every time the movie's on.
So the feature version, you have it scripted out. You need money.
I need money.
Yes. Are you going to crowdsource? Get funding other methods?
Most likely, I'll go for private equity.
Oh wow! Okay.
Because I used crowdfunding for Made in Heaven for the film submission fees. And the things is that I personally I'm not a fan of crowdfunding.
Okay.
I don't really know anyone who's a fan of crowdfunding.
No, I'm not a fan. I've done it, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason...
The people that give you money are people you know anyway. It's really hard to get people
Exactly.
So why not just ask them up front? Yeah, you could,
I think and also, it's still a low budget indie film, but we're using SAG actors,
right?
And we're probably attaching some name actors. I just made the location simple, no visual effects, so that will keep the cost down.
How's dealing with SAG and all the paperwork? You got to learn all that process.
So we are going, well, I don't. I will be a producer, but I will also have other producers.
Okay,
so
sure.
that's why
dealing with all the...
When you are making a feature, you really have to know how to build a stronger team, a bigger team. So
you don't want to deal with the paperwork and all that kind of stuff.
No, that is not going to. But that's why I'm spending all this time and energy and money into developing this thing with all the materials, log lines, synopsis, all those. And it seems easy. It's really not easy.
It's work. It's a lot of work. And then in the end, you're like, I just want to make this film.
Yeah,
it's a huge collaboration collaborative effort.
But I also know I want to make it well. So I just have to put 120% into
right. Oh yeah, for sure.
This. Yeah.
And so this is your directorial debut, the first time you directed, or?
Actually, no.
No. Okay.
I made my very first short in 2021.
Okay.
Using my vacation money that I did not spend in 2020.
Nice.
You know. Yeah. But it got me a handful of awards, and which eventually contributed to getting my green card.
Right. Oh wow.
You know,
oh wow.
Yeah.
As an artist, so that was a very positive experience.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that could. So all right, if you want a green card, go make a movie.
That's actually my advice for a lot of my other actor friends.
Right.
I said, you cannot just sit there and wait for you to get cast in a show.
Yeah, you have to go out there and do it.
Exactly. Because otherwise you will never, opportunities don't knock on your door when you just sit there and wait.
For sure.
I had to fill out paperwork for someone from Canada. They wanted the green card. So they were at my festival, did a film, and I filled it all out, and she got her green card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. CJ Cullen, sponsor. Amazing.
She got other people, too.
Yeah.
It was just one of the few or many.
Yeah, still, it helped. It helped. Have you been hitting the festival circuit with this?
Yes. So the first one was Lovesick Film Festival in Jersey City. We won Best Film.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Larry, yes.
Larry Rosen?
Not me, Larry Rosen. Yeah.
Larry, great job.
I think he's up north at the other
Cranford
location.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. He's got he runs a hell of a fest though, and his judges have great taste. So, and where else have you screened it?
There's a New York City Independent Theater Film Festival in New Ohio Theater. We played there, and then this one is our third one, I think.
Nice.
Our fourth one is it's called Geelong Pride Film Festival in Australia.
Oh wow!
So it's next month. I won't be there. It's just too far.
It's too far. It's a
too
far
one. But yes, it will be playing there, and then we have Indie Shorts Awards in Los Angeles in July.
Okay.
Wow.
And then we probably have a couple more. I'm waiting to hear back from more.
Amazing. Is this your first Garden State?
This is my first Garden State.
Oh yeah. What do you think so far?
Welcome.
It's cool, right?
It is cool. I will be back. I think I would just always make something, and
I mean, our goal is with this lounge is to have you on the couch every year, so we can interview you and talk about the film that you got in that year. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's extra motivation to make a new short every year and then get it in, but hopefully it is.
I have an animation short animation script.
Yeah.
But because I'm focusing on the feature, I have a TV pilot. I'm writing another feature. So like, it's my focus now is in the feature. Yeah. But whenever an opportunity shows up with a short, I'll just make it.
That's amazing.
That's great. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you for stopping here with us.
Oh, thank you.
Great look today. Today again, 245
come down.
Asbury Lanes.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Made in heaven.
Yeah,
Check it out.
we may have a window. I do. I definitely want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to come over. Originally, I was like, oh, maybe we'll come over Friday night, and then just got too crazy.
Yeah.
As it does.
I know.
We knew it was going to, but we were like, oh, maybe we could just sneak away for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're a little more relaxed. Today. So. Great luck, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Is there
so
a
much.
website? Are you on Instagram?
We're on Instagram.
Okay.
We are on Instagram, Made in Heaven 22.
Okay.
Right.
Or if you just find me on my Instagram, that is YIQINGZHAO1222, and you will see Made in Heaven. And we have a sizzle reel.
Oh, fantastic.
So everything's on social media.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you for being here.
Congrats.
Thank you
for
so
joining us.
much.
Congrats. We hope
Thanks
we
for
see you
having
every
me.
year. And great luck with the feature-length version as well. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Right.
Thank you. If you're here, 245 Asbury Lanes, Made in Heaven. Come check it out. You heard all about it.
Yeah.
You need to come see it. If you're not here in Asbury Park,
get
down here. Get down here. There's no football. On. There's nothing going on today.
Is basketball on today?
I don't. Who cares? You need to become.
Yeah, my brackets are messed up anyway, so forget it.
Yeah. You probably picked Purdue to win.
Everyone's lost.
Doesn't matter.
Just
get down here to Asbury
come
Park,
watch
my
movies.
friends. GSFF.org for the schedule, for tickets, or just come hang out with us. We'll be here all day.
Only a few sets left, so come on down.
We do. We got Death Wish coffee. Come on down.
It's really strong.
Yeah, there you go. Yiqing, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a second.
Okay.